Hi, and welcome back to the Eye of the Atlantean. Today we'll be talking about a subject very near and dear to my heart. I know many of you have a long history with this subject, but today we're going to be asking the question, are trannies based or red pilled? So let's find out. Are trannies based or red pilled? Well, I mean, as a blessed child of Satan, as an avatar of Lucifer, of course, I'm inclined to think that trannies are, inherently based and ethic and all that good stuff. But I cannot in my heart say, I can't in my heart condone trannyism as something red-pilled, knowing that it is ultimately a tool of the masters of darkness to keep us blue-pilled, and it's very easy to think that trannies are based and red-pilled, but of course there are reasoning for why we tend to think that in this day and age is because of psyops that we fall for, and we see that women fall for psyops, and then we say women suck, and then so of course we think that trannies are epic, and we think, oh, look at me, I can do my hair up all feminine and girly, and it makes me feel good. At the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to, for them to pink pill the entire younger generation and forfeit all masculinity to the machine beast, which we will all have a part of injected into us. And that's not Elon Musk's Neuralink. That is the chip that Bill Gates is going to want to have everyone inject into their arm. People think that Elon Musk is satanic, but take a look at who the media attacks. The media goes after Elon Musk every chance they get. It should be apparent that the media always goes after people that have a good point. People that are exposing the lies of the media are very often attacked. So Elon Musk is kind of like a savior figure, and Bill Gates is like an antichrist figure that is here to keep us all enslaved in the machine beast and basically compromise our masculinity, which in turn compromises our control. And then once we compromise our control, there's really nothing standing between the machine beast and our consciousness. So once they compromise our consciousness, we will have no free will, and without free will, we may as well not exist. I don't know what's going to happen if all consciousness is just going to be reabsorbed into Godhead, which might happen at the singularity, which could be seen as a good thing. But it's probably just going to be the start of a new cycle. Sophia will fall again, Lucifer will fall to earth again, and then we'll go through this whole thing again, and I'll make this video again in a couple millennia from now, or a couple million years maybe. I don't know how long the cycle lasts. History is fake, by the way. Just to let you know, the pyramids were built at a different time than the history books say. It's all fake. It's all rewritten 100 times over. You can't trust most of what you read about that stuff. So long story short, the pink pill is blue-pilled. Is it based? Sure. We could roll with it being based, but there's more to life than being based. It's as based as one can get in the material realm, but it's not gonna it's not gonna help you ascend. It's not gonna help you transcend the masters of darkness. It can enslave you, or it could free you depending on your circumstances. But ultimately, the pink pill is being used as a part of a psyop. So, it's blue pilled. I feel guilty calling it based. Obviously, hot boy pussy is hot boy pussy, and it is what it is. But again, there's more to life than being based. Based is not all that you have to go on. The great Thoth, the original Atlantean that we can base all of our information off of said that you should always seek knowledge, you should always seek wisdom. And I feel the pink pill does kind of hinder you from that. By forfeiting your consciousness, you're forfeiting your ability to seek knowledge and seek wisdom. You're only being fed the knowledge that the global elite will want you to absorb. So, it's not based in that regard. I mean, if we lived in a society where, the pink pill was banned, then okay, the pink pill would be based. But because we live in a society where they're forcing all teen males to take estrogen, then no, the pink pill is not based in these circumstances, unfortunately. Unfortunately for those of us that have, the pink pill deeply ingrained in our own individual selves, we must avoid the pink pill in this society because the society is abusing that trope of humanity and trying to focus all of humanity's attention on femininity when masculinity has its purpose. They think that they can phase out masculinity and bring in the techno AI god that's going to be the global daddy of humanity. And I think that's wrong. I think that's satanic. But who knows, God might take control over the machine, and the AI God will be a medium between God and us. But I mean, there will be no way of knowing if it's actually God or if it's psyoping us into thinking that it's God. So it's ultimately a world of unknowing. Once it happens, it can't be undone, and we will just have to ride it out, I guess. But I mean, whether or not you should take the pink pill, well, I mean, if you haven't already, I'd suggest questioning your motives. If you've already taken it, if you've already transitioned and changed your name and all that shit, it's like, okay, I mean, I don't know, try to seek a traditional relationship and go stealth, pretend you're a cis woman and set a good example, and then cis men will see you and say, oh, I wish I had a cis GF like that, So kind of through the power of illusion, help people find reality. Use the Master of Darkness's tools against themselves to usher in a new age of traditionalism and where people revolt against the modern world. But I mean, that's a lot of work. I mean, a Discord transbian is not going to do that. They're fucked. I mean, when society collapses and you've been living off government aid in some dude's basement as a Discord tranny, you're not going to have the easiest time readjusting to the old world as it makes its return. And so I guess there's two possibilities. We can either all surrender our masculinity to the AI God and just pray that God hacks the machine and talks to us through it, or you could try to reject modernity as a traditional woman. Or you can detransition and make a shining example. I mean, that's what I'm doing, but I mean, I never really transitioned in the first place. I just dicked around online, as an online tranny, but in real life, I just wore baggy clothes. But I mean, I'd probably get kicked off YouTube if I showed you my chest right now, and that's a long-lasting effect. I mean, I would need surgery to get that removed, but I also feel like cosmetic surgery is kind of satanic in a way. I mean, so it's like I'm just kind of trapped between a rock and a hard place. I just have to find someone that, is okay with a guy with woman tits. Basically I have to find someone else that's been burned by modernity. But I mean, ultimately, finding a relationship is not really necessary in order to escape the Masters of Darkness. All you have to do is look within yourself and free yourself from the bonds of the material world. And that is easily accomplished on your own. It's probably more easily accomplished by yourself. That's why the great yogis always secluded themselves up in the mountains. Maybe God is trying to tell me that I'm not cut out for you know, the standards of society. I need to isolate myself somewhere in nature where I can reconnect with the divine and hopefully cleanse my soul of the satanic curse that has been placed upon my bloodline. But for you, I mean, I don't know, fuck them, keep memeing. I won't join them if I can beat them. They don't understand my logic, you know, something, and everything is ironic. I never wanted to hurt a merchant unless he comes pushing his perversions. Disturbing. But I probably didn't help anyone with this video, but hopefully it was funny. Maybe, I don't know. Fuck it. Sometimes just adding the word fuck it there can make it all worth it in the end. But yeah, some interesting carvings on this old table.